What up, guys?
Welcome back to our channel What Up Canada.
This is Sid.
And this is Sherry.
And ever since Sherry prepared the video of her PR journey, we have received so many requests that why did she come as an individual applicant and not as a spousal one?
So for me, I had two options. Either I could get added to his application, and the next option was I would apply for my own individual PR.
Sherry, are you ready to disclose why you came as an independent applicant and not a dependent one?
क्योंकि मुझे अपने बलबूते पे आना था. Which means I didn't want to come as a dependent PR, but as an independent one. Honestly, jokes apart, the situation was so different that the only thing we could figure out at that time was it's better for me to apply for an individual PR versus a spousal one. And this video is going to be all about that, why I took that decision to take an individual PR versus becoming a dependent in Siddharth's application.
So without further ado, let's start with the video.
So to start with the video, one thing which is important to understand is our situation was little different from a regular spousal visa conditions. So usual spousal cases are married, and in our case we weren't married at that time. And Sid already had his COPR and was about to leave for Canada in just next 2 months. So for us to get married at that time and then I have to get added to his application, that was not possible. Also, if I wanted to be added to his application, he would have to return his COPR, and then there were all these complications which made us think maybe independent PR would be a better option for us.
And at that particular time, the individual application was just taking 90 days to 120 days. So we thought that why not take that risk and go ahead with the individual application as compared to the spousal one, because a spousal case usually takes between 12 to 15 months for them to complete. So we thought going ahead with the individual application made much more sense as compared to the spousal.
So as Sid pointed out, everybody at that time were receiving their COPRs within 90 days. For Sid also, he got his COPR within 4 months, and that is when we thought that I'll also receive the same. But then things never go as per you plan. So we started our application and we thought when we get married, in between the application, we will raise a web form, and that will further delay the process by maybe 15 to 20 days. So we were prepared for that, and that is when we decided that we will begin with the PR application for me as an independent applicant, and we can get married in between when Sid will return back to India for us to get married.
So with all the delays, I came to India in June, we got married in July, and the very next day after getting married, we raised the web form informing CIC that there was a marital status change for Sherry. So we didn't receive any update from July till October, and it was until end of October that we finally got an additional document request. So we shared all the documents which were requested by CIC, and finally in November she got her COPR.
So why we are making this video is to help you understand that if it's your situation as well, when you start your application as an independent applicant and then you are to get married in between, because there are a lot of people who are in this situation and they asked us the same. So what we would suggest is continue with your application, but whenever there is an update in your life, make sure you are updating CIC about the same. It can be about your marriage, it can be about you becoming a parent. So you need to inform CIC about all these changes, because if you start your application as a single applicant, like for me, I started an application when I was unmarried, but then when I would be landing in Canada, I would be married by that time. So it wouldn't be right on my part to not inform CIC. There will be delays, but then you have to be prepared for it, and thus we were also prepared for the same.
So it's very important that you inform CIC about the same and do everything the legal way.
So if you're watching this video, maybe you're also looking at the aspect of spousal visa. So we will also give you some information regarding that.
So for you to become a sponsor, there are a few conditions, like you should be 18 years or old, you should be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident, and third, you should be living in Canada. If you're living outside Canada, you should have a plan as to how you will be staying in Canada at the time when your sponsor becomes a permanent resident. You cannot sponsor someone if you are living as a permanent resident outside of Canada.
You must also be able to show that you can provide for basic needs of yourself and your spouse. Also, you are obliged to take care of your spouse financially.
So you should be able to take care of their basic needs, which includes their food, shelter, clothing, and other services like their eye care, their dental, which are not covered by the public health services. So the couples applying through express entry can come via one of the two following methods. One being the primary applicant discloses that they are married and they are accompanying their spouse or common law partner in the application itself. Herein, if you get the ITA, it's very good. And the second method is the primary applicant discloses he or she is married, but he is not accompanying his spouse or common law partner with themselves. So in this particular case, this might increase your CRS score and you might land in Canada, obtain your permanent residency, and thereafter you can sponsor your spouse to come to Canada.
So one question which a lot of you asked was, can both the spouses apply for express entry program? So yes, both the spouses can apply for express entry profile individually as well. So what you can do is you can apply for the program and you can wait and see who gets the ITA first. So in that case, the person who got the ITA can proceed with the application and your spouse can be added as a dependent in your profile. Also, in all the applications, you can add your spouse as accompanying or non-accompanying as well.
So as far as spousal PR or individual PR goes, there is no difference whatsoever. The only difference and the deciding factor for us was the processing time. So as we told you, for us, the processing time during 2019 was 3 to 4 months, and that's why we proceeded with the same and not as a dependent application.
So basically, it will depend on your situation. If you want to wait for a longer time and you want to go as the dependent applicant, that's up to you. If you don't want to wait for a long time and you think both of you can get the ITA together, so why not go for the individual application as well? So there's no much big difference. It's not just about that I wanted to come on my own, but it was also about the right thing to do at that time. So I hope you liked this video and you found it informative. I hope we were able to answer all your queries related why I chose the independent route versus the spousal one. And yeah, that's all about it.
So hope you guys liked the video, and if you did, make sure you like the video, and if you are new to our channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you don't want to miss out on any update, then hit that bell icon. So until next time,
take care of yourself,
your family,
and stay connected.
bye bye.